Hi, welcome to NRL from the Sidelines, and you're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is our State of Origin special, gentlemen. We have just watched the State of Origin Game 1 for 2019, and we're all sitting here pretty disappointed, let me tell you.
Yes.
Gentlemen, what went wrong? 15 minutes into the game, New South Wales had that one.
Well,
I'd like to think.
Yeah, 15 minutes into the game we had it won.
Yeah.
I think it's the coach whisperer.
Coach whisperer.
Well, you know, Kevy's going to be buoyed now, and he's going to go. See, it works.
Yeah, I know. But
Look, it's Queensland crowd. Queensland,
No.
just enthusiasm. They just didn't go away.
I'll tell you what went wrong. After half time, Queensland came out and in that probably their second set, their intensity lifted.
yes.
So that they were running, and then all of a sudden they just went bang,
Yeah.
and New South Wales couldn't stay with them.
Yeah.
All we did was tackle, make mistakes, push passes, and give away penalties, and Queensland just rolled.
They just smothered them.
So,
They
yeah.
just got New South Wales just got smothered. They couldn't get out of their end.
So let's talk about a few things. I guess let's start with a few ineffectual players from New South Wales. Walker,
Yeah.
Mitchell,
Yeah.
even Addo Carr wasn't spectacular.
Yeah, he got marked.
He tried.
That whole
Yeah.
side seemed
Yeah.
to struggle, didn't it?
Yeah, and you know, they were always talking about the Keary, Cordner, Latrell Mitchell sort of side, but there was no cohesion there. Latrell, I've been disappointed with him in the last few weeks, and he's just seems to have gone missing.
Yeah.
And when he did take the ball, it was just like a forward, really. He just took a hit up, nothing more.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a nice run right near the end there, and I thought, well, where's this been for the last few weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like he just gave us a glimpse of what he's capable of, and then stopped. And I picked him for my man of the match.
Yeah.
Like I was convinced he was going to be playing like that for the entire game.
Yeah. And you know, in the end, it probably came down to an intercept try. The game in many respects.
But you know, it was either that or Tedesco dropping the ball, which led to the other try.
True.
But you know what? Mistakes will happen through a game. I don't think you can blame one player for losing
Oh
the
no,
game.
no.
And I think too, against a lesser side, Queensland would have put on a whole lot more points. I think New
Well, they had
South
4
Wales
tries disallowed.
they weren't tries, but you know, they other weeks or other years they would have been tries. New South Wales defended their heart out. There's no doubt. I mean, they got beaten by some superb passing, and both of them were for two of the tries along the tries in the corners were both from Ponga, I think.
Yeah.
Great long range passes from Ponga.
Yeah.
And as I said to you before, we were expecting him to break the line, to jink, you know, as he does, and you know he did a Darius Boyd, you know, what Darius Boyd does at Suncorp, you know, that long range pass into the corner for Corey Oates.
Okay, so some of the players who played well for New South Wales, Cook had a very good game.
Cook was good.
Regardless of the drop with Tedesco, I think he was exceptional as well.
Yep.
Cameron Murray had
Cameron Murray was
terrific debut.
Cameron Murray did everything at speed.
Yeah.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was sensational, but you can see with a little bit more of that football, he's going to be there.
You could see he belonged there.
Yeah, but you know what? I think the position he plays is never going to be the exception. You know, he's not the halfback, he's not the 5'8", he's not the playmaker that you expect to win a game.
Yep.
But you know what? He's going to be there all the time. He's going to be there to take the ball. I mean, he was, you know, that last try for New South Wales was Walker to Murray, and he got the ball out to Tedesco.
To Trbojevic.
Yeah. And I tell you what, he's a quick thinker. From the looks of it.
Yeah, look, I thought, as far as New South Wales goes, you're right. You've named all the big ones. So Tedesco, Cook, Murray, Trbojevic.
He kept trying for the whole thing. Yeah.
Clemmer, I thought Clemmer was exceptional.
Yeah.
And I know you can't really play your front rowers for 80 minutes, but they looked a different side when Clemmer came off. That they lost their go forward. So.
And I thought Nathan Cleary had a serviceable game without being special.
Exceptional.
I think again he had a brief. His job was to defend, to organise the team as best he could, and I thought he did a fair job of that.
Yeah, the only thing I'm disappointed about with Cleary was his kicking game. You have a look at the good kickers in the game, people like Reynolds, like even Thurston, a few of the others. They don't just put a bomb up. They put a bomb up that floats. They put something into the corner. It seems that the only thing he has is to just put a bomb up. You know, and now maybe he doesn't. Maybe he has more, but that's all he showed tonight.
Yeah.
So I don't
Game
know.
plan was a little bit off. Yeah. Queensland's best.
Oh, without doubt, I think Dan Gagai. I think Ponga.
Cherry Evans.
Cherry Evans.
I think Cherry Evans' kicking game was really good tonight.
Chris Passing too. He's been out for 6 weeks and he just came back like he hadn't.
Yeah,
Thought Matt Gillette was good.
Yeah, Corey Oates does what he always does. You know.
Yeah.
Josh
Kicks the
Papali
ball
in his second stint was good.
Yeah.
Oh, far out.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's so painful,
And we
isn't
haven't
it?
even mentioned Cameron Munster.
Who was exceptional.
He was. Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, I think of that first half and the number of times that New South Wales held out those clever players within the 20. That's what could have won the game in the first half. You know?
Yeah.
That's why they went in 8-0 up.
Yeah.
But second half, Queensland came out blazing and just got the better of New South Wales, and they just couldn't get out of their half.
Yeah, it was that intensity lift.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disappointing.
So last week we talked about some of the matchups.
Yep.
And who we thought. So one of them was Cook and Hunt. Who got the money with Cook and Hunt?
Cool.
Well, I think it was a game of two halves. I think Cook was way over the top of him in the first half. I thought Cook was probably overall the better player, but I think Hunt actually really improved in the second half. I mean, he was throwing balls on the ground in the first half, but in the second half, I think he got himself together a little bit better, and Cook had limited opportunities because there wasn't as much go forward.
Yeah. Brian, what about Tedesco and Ponga?
Who got the money out of those two?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh, you'd have to go to the bloke on the winning side.
that's right.
But
He was the
By a
one that
little.
made
by a little.
Yeah, he was the one that passed for 2 tries.
Yeah, and look, you know, I know. Look, we spoke that Queensland blew a few tries, but there was one where Tedesco, all he had to do was just pass it one wide, and it was another try to us.
And hopefully, Freddie will sit him down and say, look,
Yeah.
you can't try and make it all happen yourself. And he's gone back to some old habits.
Yeah. And that can open the game. You know, once you're 14-0 ahead, it's a totally different perspective on the game.
Sure.
So in saying that, who got the points there? I'd go Ponga because, you know, there was only because of the mistake and the bomb try, but
Okay.
there was
Tom, Mitchell and Chambers.
Well, I mean, Chambers was okay. But Mitchell was worse. So I thought I don't think Chambers was a standout.
Yeah.
He did his job, but Mitchell went missing for a lot of period of time, including for 10 minutes. And you know, to their credit, New South Wales held out Queensland till the very last seconds of his 10 minutes. In the game. You know,
that's right.
They did really well, and they should have scored, but there was an intercept try at the end of that 10-minute stint. So, yeah, but Latrell was very disappointing.
And Walker and Munster.
There's no contest.
I don't know what happened with Cody Walker.
I think I do. The problem is, if you play a structured game, you're not going to let someone like Cody Walker into it. Now, he did a bit of passing, but it wasn't the sort of game where he could make the breaks that he would normally make in a Southgate. I'm only guessing, because at the end of the day, we aren't on the field. But you're right. I mean, I'm disappointed he didn't get into the game more.
He's got to go looking for it. I mean, that was the difference.
Well, the other question is, would he be as good in another team other than the Souths?
I think so.
Because he was disappointing tonight.
He was disappointing.
I mean, I didn't cite him for half the game.
He's not the only one that was disappointing. And really, when you look at it, that last try was set up by him.
Yeah, sure.
So, you know, and that's what he can do, but we need him doing that at the beginning of the game, not at the end of the game.
Yep. Didn't see him for the first half, honestly.
So where do New South Wales go from here? Do we change the team?
Yeah.
Who goes out?
Well, it's more a matter of, I think, who you can bring in rather than who goes out. I think unless there's someone who steps up, then you don't make a change. So
much for New South Wales loyalty.
Look, that's a myth.
Well, it doesn't seem to be. We have a halfback who hasn't been playing well all year, who didn't play really well.
But no one else stepped up.
Oh, yes, they did.
No, they didn't. Because Mitchell Pearce ruled himself out, and you keep pushing for Adam Reynolds, and Adam Reynolds isn't up to it. So, you tell me.
How do you know Adam is not up to it?
Been there, done that, failed it.
He had 2 games.
Failed it. Adam Reynolds is one-dimensional. Exactly as you accused Cleary of doing is what Adam Reynolds does.
Anyway.
So players...
Okay, but presuming nothing changes, do you drop a player? Do you drop a couple?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you bring in the players that can get the job done. So Tom Trbojevic should come into the team.
Absolutely, Tom should come in.
To replace who?
Kotrick?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Josh Morris?
Game.
Oh, he did, but...
So Morris, he had a good game.
Oh, yeah. I thought Morris did enough to keep his position.
Maybe Latrell, because he was useless.
See, I don't.
I'm throwing that out there, but it's tongue in cheek.
See, I don't think you changed the team.
Yeah, I do.
I think they had Queensland's measure. There's a couple of things they need to get right.
No.
But Payne Haas was a little bit disappointing too.
Yeah, but he's played
young.
10 first grade games and most of those off the bench.
The point is, if you put him in the game, you expect him to do a job, and he didn't do a job.
I think Whiten probably. Mm-hmm. I think.
He only had 10 minutes on the field. So
and through the pass that went for the intercept. Maybe Victor Radley would come in for him. I don't think that would be a bad move. But I don't know.
But you've got Cameron Murray and Victor Radley. They're very similar players.
No, I disagree.
And Angus Crichton. So no, I don't
think.
Look,
all I'm saying is that if somebody puts their hand up over the next couple of weeks, you pick them in the team.
Okay. What about Queensland? Queensland stay exactly the same way?
No, I think they're in exactly the same boat. And there's no such thing as Queensland loyalty either.
Well, who would you get rid of? I don't think they had too many bad players last year.
Yeah, that was probably the difference. Yeah. I mean, they worked really hard. Like I said, their intensity was way above ours.
Oh, yeah.
We did lack something in attack, something in that spark around the halves. But there's no one else. I can't see anyone else putting their hand up, and that's the problem.
No, that is the problem. All right, so we had a competition through the week, gentlemen, on our NRL from the Sideline Facebook page as to pick the winner, pick the margin, and pick the man of the match.
Yep.
We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 1,100 entries.
Yep. Hey, did we check the video page? What do you call it? YouTube. That's it. Oh, my brain's a little bit slow.
Let's just say we did, because that would mean I'd have to admit to something not doing something.
Yeah.
And most of the entries that we got went for New South Wales to win the first one. Mm-hmm. But we did get one that went to Queensland.
Get one.
Now he's a genius.
And now he's a genius, that's right. So Douglas Hyde picked Queensland by 7 and Ponga as man of the match, and I think we should give him the award.
Well, I think Ponga was just about the best player there.
Officially it was Dane Gagai.
Yeah, right.
Officially it was Dane Gagai. Well, we're going to give it to him anyway because I've already announced it. So
we announced that our official man of the match was...
That's right. So Douglas...
Actually, who was your official? Your official man of the match was Ponga?
I think so, yeah.
Your official man of the match?
Yeah, I can live with that.
No, I asked you your opinion, Tom. Don't just agree with him because he's Steve.
No, I thought Ponga was just about the best. There was 2 or 3 that was... I thought Cherry Evans...
I'm going Cherry.
Yeah, no bias there, of course.
No, none at all.
No, I'm going Cherry, then Gagai, then Ponga, so...
Okay.
Anyway.
Bad luck, I made the announcement already. So, Douglas, you have won our
official
wonderful NRL from the Sideline ugly mug. Not only is it yellow and ugly, but it has our photo.
Yeah.
So enjoy the mug. Now we just have to work out where he lives, so I'll work out a way to
We'll figure that out.
Hopefully we don't put you off your coffee.
Hopefully at least drinks coffee.
Oh dear me, we are terrible.
You know, maybe you can use it to grow a plant or something like that. You know, just drill a couple of holes in the bottom and... Anyway, look, you know what the benefit is? I get rid of another mug from my cupboard, so hey, that's a good thing. Alright, gentlemen,
Yeah,
game one's done.
it's damn disappointing.
We're all very disappointed.
Very disappointing.
Yes, very disappointed.
So, anything to end the show with, Brian?
Oh,
Our
gee.
State of Origin special.
As far as State of Origin goes, you know, I'm happy for changes to be made if it's the right changes.
And who knows what they are.
It's 3 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of football to go between now and then.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully that last run of Latrell's has snapped him back into some kind of form, because he needs to run like that all the
I
time.
just realised a really good thing that has come out of tonight's game.
What's that?
Cody Walker will not be tired for Friday.
I was actually going to say that and forgot all about it. Yeah.
He's not going to be exhausted. Cook might be, but he won't be.
Cook deserves to be exhausted. He
was in
played
there.
really well. Yeah.
In the first half, they were all stars in the first half.
Yeah, but look, I think the Queensland defence just didn't give anyone anything in the second.
Yeah.
Hats off to them. Well done, Queensland. Tom, anything you want to add before we go?
Boo, Queensland.
You
I
can't
second
get
that.
bias at all.
Nah, boo Queensland. Boo.
Well, you got to give credit where
They had
credit's due.
100,000 heads booing us.
At a 50,000 head stadium.
Thank you, Paul Gallen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Alright.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. This was our NRL from the Sidelines State of Origin special. Keep watching for next week's show after the next round of NRL, and we'll do it all again. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Go Manly.